God alone is the source of your sanctification. God alone gives you the grace to correspond to His grace. God alone gives you the grace to surrender to the faith, the gift of faith that He gives you. Salvation truly is by God's grace alone. Now, God is using His grace to form you. You are the clay. And He's forming you with you in communion. Your communion with God, the more you surrender to God, will be your formation, your sanctification. With that, you should distrust self-gratification. You should distrust it. Because self-gratification, you're using yourself to assess your reward. You're gratifying yourself, and then after that, after you make that assessment, you're justifying it, fitting it in to God's design. It may be that God's design will gratify you, but if you want to train yourself to surrender to God, you need to become accustomed and comfortable with the uncomfortable, with self-denial, with fasting. You need to deny yourself. Deny yourself and let God fill you with whatever God has in mind to fill you with. Because if you do that, you will be fulfilled. You will be fulfilled with either suffering or perhaps blessing that is very gratifying. But if you're fulfilled with suffering, you will also eventually reach that point of gratification in your surrender to the communion of God. This is why when you fast, no one should know about it. They don't need to know what and how and why you're fasting. Just fast. Make it hidden. Make your communion with God hidden. And let God reveal to others what God's providence has in mind to reveal to others. If you have a family member or a friend or an associate who you want more than anything to enter into the faith, God will provide the opportunity if He wants you to directly be involved with that. But either way, whatever happens, your interaction is God's involvement. The Holy Spirit will work on them, and you will be surprised if you're making prayer and sacrifice with that intention. You will be surprised how it will be fulfilled. You might not even know about it. You might not even know about it. Certainly, the person responsible for my initial conversion gave up on me. He had no idea about the seed of grace that he planted. He was as surprised as much as I was. And that will happen with you when you become a co-worker with God for the salvation of the world. And part of being a co-worker with God is you are making sacrifice. You are fasting, diving into self-denial and offering it. You're not doing it. You're not fasting just to fast, to be proud of yourself, or denying yourself just to deny yourself. You're offering your intention, so make it good. And if you can't think of anything, the holy soul's in purgatory. Fast, self-denial, and trust in God. Simple as that. Self-gratification is not your concern. Sanctification is your concern. And the best way you can stay on course with that is find ways for self-denial. you will be more fulfilled than you could have ever planned for yourself. Trust in God. Thy will be done. Abide the fire.